In May of 23, I started flight training with zero recent experience. By March of 2025, just 23 months later, I was hired as a first officer at the largest regional airline in the US with a starting wage of about $100,000 a year. Most people are told that this takes 3 to 5 years and it will cost you $80,000 to $100,000 in flight training costs, followed by 2 to 3 years starving as an underpaid flight instructor. I did it in half the time for right around $60,000, and I want to show you exactly how. Hello, my name is Trent Deersmid. I earned 7 FAA ratings in just 91 days. I built my hours as an independent flight instructor, earning over $10,000 a month, and I'm the #1 fastest pilot to go from just a private pilot with only 100 hours that I got in my 20s, all the way to a first officer at the largest regional airline in the United States, and I did it all starting at age 53. So if you're thinking about becoming a professional pilot, especially if you're changing careers midlife like I did, this is the roadmap that you need. Here's what most people get wrong. They pick a flight school or a training partner based upon convenience or price, without understanding that this one decision determines more than any other whether you're going to finish in 6 months or less like me, or maybe as many as 18 to 24 months like so many other aspiring pilots. I went to a Part 61 flight school that was recommended by my mentor. Why? Because Part 61 schools give you the flexibility to fly twice a day, every day if you want to, and that's exactly what I did. This one decision was key to my being able to compress all of my training into just 91 days instead of the typical 12 months or more. Now, most people are going to go to a Part 141 school because they think structured means faster. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It means rigid scheduling, weather delays that you cannot work around, and many instructor-related issues that can add many months and thousands of dollars to your timeline. So once you've earned all of your ratings, the next thing you need is 1,500 hours to be eligible to earn the ATP rating that qualifies you for the airlines. Now, most people spend $40,000 to $60,000 building those hours through time building programs or just flying around for fun. And that is definitely the expensive path, and you don't need to do it. I did it differently. I became an independent flight instructor. I wasn't working for a flight school, but instead I built my own flight training business. I was basically self-employed. Within 30 days, I was fully booked with students and I had a waiting list. That allowed me to fly an average of 100 hours per month over the coming year, and I earned just over $100,000 while building all of those hours that the airlines wanted to see. Now, most CFIs who work for a flight school make $15 to $25 an hour. I was able to charge $75 an hour, and I kept 100% of the money. That's the difference between being a financial drain and having a 6-figure income stream. With my path, I was able to recoup all the money that I'd spent on flight school within just 6 months. Here's my actual timeline. Month 1 to 3, I earned 7 FAA ratings. Months 4 to 16, I built the 1,500 hours as a CFI while earning over $10,000 a month. Then in month 17, I applied to SkyWest. In month 18, I was interviewed and got a conditional job offer. And then in month 23, I started airline training. Now, most people take 3 to 5 years because they treat each phase separately. First, they focus on getting their ratings. Then they figure out hour building. And then they start thinking about applying to the airlines. I ran all 3 in parallel. And so while I was building hours, I was already accepted into SkyWest's cadet program. So that was one of the things that was key to my success, and I recommend that you think about it similarly. Look, I didn't figure this out on my own. I was very fortunate and I had mentors, and as a result of those mentors, I made very few mistakes along the way. I also spent a year documenting every step so that other people like yourself could follow along the same path without all the trial and error that plagues so many other aspiring pilots. Now, to save you time, I've put it all into this free 11-page guide called the Fast Track Pilot Training Blueprint. It includes the exact 11 steps that you should follow if you want to be able to replicate my success, save $30,000 to $50,000 along the way, and maybe a year or two of your time. Once you've read the blueprint, you will understand the very first thing you should do before choosing a flight school. Then I'm going to show you how to choose the right flight school, how to streamline your training path, how to control your costs, and then how to build your hours strategically so that you're ready to apply for the airlines in the shortest amount of time possible. So this is all completely free. Just click the button on your screen right now and enter your email, and I will send it to you immediately. Now, if you're serious about becoming a pilot and you don't want to waste years or tens of thousands of dollars figuring this out the hard way, go ahead and get my blueprint. It's the exact roadmap that I wish someone had given to me when I started. Click below, fill in your details, and then just check your inbox. Thanks so much for watching. Blue skies ahead. My name's Trent, and after you've done all that, make sure you watch as many other videos here on the YouTube channel as you like, because they are filled with very helpful information. See you soon.